On last week's show, we learned all about how to find the perfect area to invest in. Tim, we've done our research. We've narrowed it down. How do we find the perfect house?
Most important thing to do is to know your area. That way, when you're looking at potential properties, you can start to identify what the different benefits and different drawbacks when it comes to those properties and their features of the home as well as the location.
And what's the first thing we're looking for?
First thing that I would do is go straight for the recent sales history in an area. So whenever a house is sold, it's a matter of public record and you can access those records. So you can go back and see what every home in that area is sold for in the last 3 or the last 6 months. That way you can determine the most effective price range for comparable homes in the area.
And then I guess we need to negotiate our price.
First thing that I'd do is establish a relationship with the agent. If you can really get a good relationship going with the agent, you'll be able to determine what the motivation that's really driving the seller. If you understand the motivation of the seller, it'll put you in good stead when it comes time to actually start negotiating on price.
Tim, is there an art to negotiating?
I really think it's a lot more simple than that. I think it's very important to be confident in your negotiations, but keep those lines of communication open. Also know your limit. You don't want to get sucked into, the emotional kind of drive of starting to pitch up higher prices. And then I also think it's important not to try and play games. Identify a win-win situation. Once again, if it comes back to the motivation of a particular seller, you may be able to secure a lower price by determining more favourable terms in the offer.
Well, Tim, that's some very sound advice. I've learnt a lot today. I bet you have too. But if you want some further information, go to infinitewealth.com.au. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Holly.